Hi, it's Ileana. So today I'm going to talk about frequency and that some beings who are creators, when they come in as a soul or a frequency energy into existence, they're not born as physical bodies is what we understand. They can be born from crystalline vibration, crystalline waveform energy when they are created or choose to create themselves in the universe. So they can be formed fully grown. They do not go through the process of being born as babies and growing into teenagers, then adults. They will come fully formed, whether they've been created or they created themselves. Again, you have souls, and consciousness has a free will choice how it will create itself, what it will look like, how it will be, the being it will be. So some of them are born through crystalline energy and frequency, and they have high strands of DNA. They're not born with 2 strands like humans. They can be born with 20 strands, 48 strands, 50 strands, and higher. And they're also at a different dimensional frequency and density. Very high density, high frequency, high dimensional capacity. So they can create portals, they can travel, they can do things that humans take time to develop, with telepathy, portal travel, and other things. And so they are different in a sense that they don't procreate with each other to create their offspring, their children. They telepathically know how they want to create, what their soul wants to create, and how they want to come in, because they are born through a crystalline energy. And when Atlantis existed, the Atlantean experience, there had been beings that were in 5D, and Earth was in 5D. The Venusians, the Lyrans, the Syrians, the Arcturians, Pleiadians, Andromedans. They came in from a 5D, 6D frequency from other worlds. Venusians, Mintakans, and a bunch of other beautiful beings that lived along with humans on 5D Earth and had the Atlantean cities. Since they were 5D, 6D, they did not need to eat meat. They existed based on pure life force energy, prana, which is life force source energy that just comes from your environment. And they had crystalline bodies, so they did not need to ingest humanoid food like meat to live and thrive. Their bodies were crystalline, so that allowed them to exist on pure life force energy without needing meat, or to ingest other food for that matter, unless they wanted to try something. Their bodies allowed it, but they didn't need that kind of physical, heavy energy sustenance to live and thrive. They could exist on pure energy and take in the energy from their environment, from the sun, from the light, from the frequency of pure existence. It's called ingesting prana or living off of prana, and some of them didn't even need to ingest prana. Their crystalline waveform body essence as part of a light body connected to a physical body in 5D existence allowed them to exist and live on the crystalline waveform energy inside their body, and that's what sustained them as part of life. Then when certain issues happened with the dark forces invading Atlantis, some of those beings, they disconnected. Unfortunately, they disconnected 5D existence reality, and Earth fell into 3D reality. And it did affect those 5D beings, the extraterrestrial beings that had formed Atlantis and the humanoids. And most of those beings portaled out from Earth and left through portals or energy frequency or ships, light ships. They left, and what we have today is the humans, human remnants of Atlantean civilizations and other beings on this planet, ocean beings, light beings that are still here. Inner Earth, surface of the Earth, the culmination of what Atlantis was, and the memory of forgetfulness, forgetting our history, our galactic connections. But we're starting to remember that, and we are at a point of creation where we're creating better things for ourselves and others. So not all beings physically procreate to create their offspring. Some of them are fully formed and born fully grown. They don't need to be in baby bodies, then teenage bodies, then grown-up bodies. They fully come in fully grown. Some beings are like that, with that ability. So not everything comes into creation as little beings that grow into bigger beings. Some of them come fully grown, and because they're at a higher ascension rate point, when their souls create a physical body or an energy body or a both combination of both working together in their creative existence. Because some beings have that higher energy capacity of that kind of creation, so they create themselves that way, or they're created by other beings that are in high vibration, high energy as well, that can create beings that have high stranded DNA and not DNA that is 2-3 stranded. Higher form DNA could be 5 stranded, 10 stranded, it could be again 48 stranded and higher, higher, higher. Creation allows for opportunity of many different beings to come in many different forms, shapes, sizes. Some of them are born, some of them are fully come into existence, fully grown, created. There's many different options as part of creation and existence. It does not conform to one form of option. There's many variations and opportunities how you can be created or create yourself, and what you want to look like, feel like, be like, what density you come in, what dimension you come in as a living being of energy, soul, vibration, or physicality, or a combination of all of the above. It's not one size fits all. There's options, opportunities, and how energy and vibration and frequency creates something out of nothing sometimes. How that comes about, many different variants of that in the universe and the universes and the multiverse as opportunities. It's all connected to crystalline frequency, energy, source, vibration, fields of experience that a being, a soul might want to have, and how it chooses to come into creation as opportunity or opportunities of what it wants to be as a being with its soul frequency, and how that forms as a result of its desires, of its energy and frequency. How DNA forms, how physical bodies form, how energy forms, how a physical environment is created on planets. Because higher dimensional beings can terraform planets. They can literally create planets from star energy and other energy. And they can create universes that way as well. From light field, from source energy, from anything that is part of creation, and what can be created is created. That's part of the process. So I wanted to discuss that a little bit, how creation works and how beings work in how they're created or they create themselves as part of this life experience. Thank you so much.